When your dog licks your hands, your face, or even your feet, what do you think they're actually trying to say? Most people believe they already know the answer. It's affection. It's love. It's a dog being a dog. But what if that explanation is only scratching the surface? Because according to behavioral researchers, canine cognition experts, and decades of observation, licking is one of the most misunderstood behaviors in the entire dog world. And once you understand what is really happening inside your dog's brain when they do it, you may never look at those slobbery kisses the same way again. In fact, one of the reasons we'll discuss later in this video has almost nothing to do with affection at all. And yet it may be one of the deepest compliments your dog can give you. Let's talk about what is really happening. 1. Your dog may be reinforcing your bond. When a dog licks you, the easiest explanation is often the correct starting point. Connection. But not in the simple way most people imagine. Dogs are social animals. Long before they shared homes with humans, their ancestors relied on close social bonds for survival. Within groups, physical contact helps strengthen relationships, reduce tension, and reinforce trust. Researchers studying canine social behavior have repeatedly observed licking as a bonding behavior between closely connected animals. Puppies lick their mothers. Adult dogs lick trusted companions, and many dogs transfer that same behavior to the humans they feel most attached to. What makes this especially fascinating is what happens inside the brain. Positive social interactions can trigger the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, the same chemical associated with attachment between parents and children, the same chemical involved in close human relationships. Your dog may not understand the word love the way humans do, but their brain absolutely understands attachment. And when they repeatedly lick your hand while you're sitting on the couch or resting beside them, they may be participating in a ritual that strengthens that attachment. Not because someone taught them to, because their biology encourages it. Your dog is not simply touching your skin. They may be reinforcing a relationship that matters deeply to them. 2. They are gathering information about you. This is where things start getting interesting. Because your dog does not experience the world primarily through sight, they experience it through scent. A dog's sense of smell is so powerful that scientists estimate it can be tens of thousands of times more sensitive than our own. Every day, your body releases tiny chemical signals through sweat, through skin oils, through subtle changes in body chemistry, signals that most humans never notice. But your dog does. When your dog licks you, they are not only tasting your skin, they are collecting information. Information about where you've been, how you're feeling, what you've touched, even whether your emotional state has changed. To a dog, your skin is carrying a story, and licking helps them read it. Imagine walking through the world unable to ask questions verbally. You cannot ask someone how their day went. You cannot ask if they are stressed. You cannot ask where they have been. Instead, you gather information through scent. That is exactly what dogs do. Every lick may be part affection and part investigation, a way of staying connected to the person who matters most. And what researchers discovered about stress signals in humans makes this even more remarkable. We'll get to that shortly. 3. Your dog may be calming themselves. Have you ever noticed your dog licking you during quiet moments? Not during play, not during excitement, just when they're lying beside you, relaxed, peaceful, almost sleepy. There is a reason for that. Repetitive licking can have a calming effect on dogs. Behaviorists sometimes compare it to how humans engage in comforting habits during periods of relaxation or mild stress. The rhythmic motion itself can help regulate emotions. But here's the important part. Many dogs specifically choose to perform this behavior around people they trust, not strangers, not random visitors. Your presence matters. Because your dog has learned through thousands of experiences that being near you is safe. Over time, your voice becomes familiar. Your scent becomes familiar. Your routine becomes familiar, and familiarity reduces uncertainty. So when your dog licks your hand while resting beside you, they may be doing more than showing affection. They may be helping themselves maintain a calm emotional state, a state your presence helps create. If this is changing the way you see your dog right now, go ahead and subscribe. Every video on this channel explores what dog behavior actually means, not what we assume it means. Because some of the most important conversations your dog has with you happen without a single word. And what happens next may be one of the clearest examples of that. 4. They may be trying to communicate something. Humans communicate through language. Dogs do not, so they rely on behavior, body posture, eye contact, tail movement, physical contact, and yes, licking. Many owners notice that dogs often lick during specific situations. When they want attention, when they want interaction, when they are excited, when they are uncertain, the behavior can function as a social signal, a way of initiating contact. Think about it from your dog's perspective. You spend much of your day focused on things they don't understand: phones, computers, television screens, conversations, tasks, responsibilities. Your dog cannot tap you on the shoulder and ask for a moment of your attention, but they can walk over and lick your hand. And suddenly, your focus shifts. You look at them, you speak to them, you acknowledge them. Communication achieved. To your dog, that tiny interaction may be accomplishing exactly what they intended. Not manipulation, not mischief, communication. A simple message that says, "I'm here, notice me, connect with me." And surprisingly, one of the oldest reasons dogs lick has existed far longer than their relationship with humans. 5. Your dog may be showing trust. Trust is difficult to measure, but behavior often reveals it, especially in animals. Because unlike humans, dogs do not pretend. They do not perform social rituals they don't believe in. They respond to experience. A dog that repeatedly seeks physical interaction with you is making a statement. They feel comfortable approaching you, comfortable touching you, comfortable lowering their guard around you. That matters more than many owners realize. Because trust is not built through one moment. It is built through thousands. Every walk, every meal, every gentle interaction, every time you came home, every time you protected them, every time you made the world feel predictable. Your dog remembers those experiences, not as stories, but as patterns. And over time, those patterns create trust. So when your dog walks across the room simply to lick your hand and then settles beside you, that behavior may be revealing a conclusion their brain has already reached. This person is safe. This person belongs to me. This person is part of my world. And now we come to one of the most fascinating discoveries of all. 6. Licking may be an ancient survival behavior. Most owners see licking through a modern lens. But dogs carry instincts that are thousands of years older than modern life. Long before dogs slept on beds or lounged on sofas, social licking served important functions within canine groups. Puppies used licking to interact with adult animals. Social bonds were reinforced through physical contact. Group cohesion depended on communication and cooperation. Those instincts never disappeared. Evolution rarely deletes successful behaviors. Instead, it repurposes them. And that is exactly what appears to have happened. Your dog may not realize they are engaging in an ancient behavioral pattern, but their brain still carries the blueprint. The same blueprint that encouraged social connection, trust, and cooperation among their ancestors. Only now, that behavior is directed toward you. Think about how extraordinary that is. Thousands of years of evolutionary history, thousands of generations, leading to a moment where your dog walks across the room and gently licks your hand. What appears insignificant on the surface may actually be rooted in one of the oldest social behaviors they possess. And there is one final thing every owner should know, because sometimes licking means something entirely different. 7. When licking becomes excessive, pay attention. Most licking is completely normal, but sudden changes matter. A dog that begins licking obsessively or far more frequently than usual may be communicating something important. Physical discomfort, stress, anxiety, environmental changes, health concerns. Dogs often reveal problems through behavior before obvious symptoms appear. That is why veterinarians and behavior specialists pay close attention to changes in established patterns. Remember this: Dogs are creatures of routine. When a routine behavior suddenly increases or decreases dramatically, there is usually a reason. That reason may be completely harmless, or it may be something worth investigating. The key is awareness. Your dog cannot explain what they are feeling with words, but they are communicating constantly through behavior. And sometimes the most important messages arrive in the smallest ways: a change in sleeping habits, a change in appetite, or a sudden change in licking behavior. The message is simple: pay attention, because your dog always is. Conclusion. So what is your dog really trying to tell you when they lick you? Maybe they are strengthening a bond. Maybe they are gathering information. Maybe they are calming themselves. Maybe they are seeking connection. Maybe they are expressing trust. Maybe they are following instincts that existed long before either of you were born. And sometimes they may be telling you that something is wrong. But regardless of the reason, one thing becomes clear. Your dog is not performing a meaningless habit. Something is being communicated. Something is being expressed. Every lick is part of a language built from instinct, attachment, trust, and connection. A language that existed long before words. Your dog may never tell you how much you matter using human speech. They do not need to, because every day through their actions, they are already saying it. And if you have a dog who follows you, watches you, sleeps beside you, and occasionally covers your hand with slobbery kisses, take a moment to appreciate what is really happening. Because to your dog, you are not just another person. You are one of the most important parts of their entire world.